Bom dia, and welcome to Move to Portugal Daily, episode 112, May 8th, 2026. I'm Mateus Costa with the Portuguese Pride Network. In the next 10 minutes, I'll give you exactly what you need on avoiding Portugal property scams. 3 due diligence checks that save you 20K to 100K. Let's run the numbers. Imagine this visual. You're on a video call from New York. You sign a contrato promessa for an apartment in central Lisbon. You wire a 10% deposit, and overnight you discover there's a prior mortgage you didn't know about. That 30,000 euro you thought was secure, suddenly at risk. The point is simple. One missed check can cost far more than the lawyer's invoice. Today, I'll give you 3 checks that together stop losses in the 20K to 100K range, and the exact euro ranges for fees, deposits, and taxes to expect. Check 1. Title and the Conservatoria do Registro Predial. This is where ownership is proven. Get a certidão permanente. It's the document that shows current owner, past transfers, and any annotations. Cost? Often free to view online or under 20 euros for certified extracts. What to look for? Multiple names on title, unusual transfer dates, recent alterations to ownership, or third-party annotations that hint at disputes. Region-specific red flags. In Lisbon, watch for short-term rental entries that aren't declared. In Porto, older buildings sometimes have fractional ownership notes. In the Algarve, holiday properties may have complex family ownership histories. Practically, ask the agent for the property registration extract, Extracto de Registro Predial, and the certidão. If they push back, that's a red flag. Your advogado should pull a fresh extract and request a certidão permanente directly from the Conservatoria. Typical legal fee for this work, 300 to 2,000 euros depending on complexity, a small price to avoid a 20K to 50K loss later. Check 2. Planning, permits, and the caderneta predial. Confirm the licença de utilización, that's legal habitation permission, and any obras permits for renovations. Also request the caderneta predial, the fiscal municipal record showing property type and tax category. Why it matters? A missing licença can block habitation or rental, and major unpermitted works can mean renovation bills from roughly 75K to 250K for structural or compliance fixes. That's not academic. Unpermitted changes may disqualify a property from being used for certain visa plans or create taxable events that hurt NHR timing. Region specifics. In Lisbon, many Pombaline and historic properties have complex permit histories, insist on municipal clearance for previous works. In Porto, older facades often mask internal changes. The municipality will have records, but they can be incomplete. In the Algarve, watch for properties converted from tourist use without a proper licença. If you're buying to support a D7 or a golden visa alternative, confirm that the intended use, long-term rental, residence, or investment, is permitted under current licensing. Check 3. Financial encumbrances and taxes. This covers mortgages, solicitor-noted liens, condominium debts, and municipal taxes like IMI and unpaid IMT. Start by checking for mortgages or annotations in the Conservatoria. A hidden mortgage can convert your deposit into a fight to recover funds. Expect transaction taxes. IMT varies by property type, but can reach roughly up to 8% on one-off purchases, plus stamp duty on the deed. Hidden condo debts or unpaid IMI commonly show up as 10K to 40K surprises on resale properties. How to force clearance. Include explicit contractual clauses in the contrato promessa requiring the seller to clear mortgages and unpaid taxes before the escritura, or hold the deposit in escrow or notary custody until clearance is confirmed. Never wire a deposit directly to a seller without these protections. Typical protective language is straightforward and your advocado will draft it. More often than not, it's the difference between losing 5K to 20K and losing nothing. Now, 3 quick action steps and common mistakes to avoid. Action 1. Hire a licensed Portuguese advocado before signing any documento. Budget 300 to 2,000 euros. Action 2. Insist on conservative escrow, not a direct bank transfer to a seller, and include conditional clauses, clearing mortgages, unpaid IMI, and a certified certidão. Action 3. Get municipal planning and licensing confirmations directly from the Camera or the municipal website. Don't rely on agent summaries. Common mistakes: relying on verbal promises, skipping the advocado to save a little money, or paying the deposit before receiving registration extracts.
Listener scenario. You wrote in, I have a contrato promesa for an Algar villa with a 5% deposit. What do I check right now? First, request the property registration extract and the certidum permanente. Second, ask for the caderneta predial and any licenza de utilización or obras permits. Third, demand written confirmation of 0 outstanding IMI and condominium debts, and confirm there's no mortgage annotation on the conservatoria record. Here's a quick script you can paste into an email or message to the agent. Please provide the latest extracto de registro predial, certidum permanente, caderneta predial, comprovativo de IMI pago for the last 3 years, and documentation of any obras permits or licenza de utilización. Thank you. If the agent hesitates, escalate to your abogado.
Download the one-page due diligence checklist at PortuguesePride.net/checklist and use it before any deposit. As a bonus, if you send one document, the property registration extract, to our show email, we'll reply with a free 48-hour quick review template to highlight the exact red flags to watch for.
Rapid recap. 1. Confirm title and ownership at the Conservadoria with a certidum permanente, cost usually 0 to 20 euros. 2. Verify planning, licenza de utilización, and caderneta predial. Watch renovation costs that can be 75K to 250K and affect visa or NHR plans. 3. Clear financial encumbrances, mortgages, unpaid IMI, or condo debts that commonly create 10K to 40K surprises, and factor IMT and stamp duty at closing, often up to roughly 8% IMT for eligible transactions. Lawyer fees to protect you, 300 to 2,000 euros. Deposits commonly range 5K to 20K. Protect them with escrow and conditional clauses. That's the math and the checklist in a nutshell.
Final legal note. I'm giving practical guidance here, but this is not legal advice. Always use a licensed advocado for binding contracts. That said, these steps are durable, regardless of market cycles or policy changes. Title, permits, and encumbrances are the 3 checks that protect your money and your residency plans. That's your move for today. If this helped, hit subscribe on YouTube and follow on your favorite podcast app. For more information, visit nomadlifesuccess.com. This is Mateos Costa. Saúde, and I'll see you tomorrow.